PowerShell. PowerShell was developed by Microsoft for use on Windows operating system. It was initially released to the public in 2006. Since its launch, it has become an indispensable tool for administrators and power users alike. Built upon Microsoft's .NET Framework platform, it gives access to various system administrative tasks within Windows systems. PowerShell is based on the concept of commandlets, which are small, self-contained commands that perform a specific task. Each commandlet is named using a verb-noun pair such as get process to make learning and searching for that specific command easier and faster. When searching, users have the ability to filter by either verb or noun for optimal efficiency when searching. Commandlets are designed to be combined with other commandlets to create powerful scripts that can automate complex tasks. PowerShell comprises many built-in commandlets for managing Windows environments and the ability to create custom commandlets to extend its functionality. PowerShell stands out among competing tools because of its ability to work with object-oriented data. PowerShell commandlets return objects which can be manipulated and processed using PowerShell's object-oriented features. This makes it easy to work with complex data structures and automate tasks that involve data processing. Another powerful feature of PowerShell is its ability to work with remote systems. PowerShell can manage remote Windows machines using the Remote Procedure Call (RPC) protocol or the Windows Management Instrumentation (WMI) protocol. PowerShell also includes a built-in remote feature that allows administrators to run commands and scripts on remote systems as if they were running locally. Some of the key use cases for PowerShell include system administration. PowerShell can automate common administrative tasks such as user management, system configuration, and software deployment. PowerShell can also manage large-scale environments like Active Directory domains, Exchange servers, and SharePoint forms. Data processing. PowerShell can handle data from multiple sources, including files, CSV files, and databases. PowerShell's object-oriented feature make it easy to work with complex data structures and automate data processing tasks. Security. PowerShell can automate security tasks like auditing and log analysis. PowerShell can also automate security-related tasks such as creating and managing security policies, configuring firewalls, and managing certificates. Cloud computing. PowerShell can manage cloud-based services like Office 365 and Azure. PowerShell provides commandlets for managing cloud sources such as virtual machines, storage accounts, and network configurations. DevOps. PowerShell can be a part of DevOps workflow to automate build and deployment tasks. PowerShell scripts can be used to build, test, and deploy applications and manage infrastructure as code. Moving on to PowerShell ISE. The Windows PowerShell Integrated Scripting Environment ISE is the host application of Windows PowerShell, providing users with access to run commands and create tests and debug scripts, all from one Windows-based graphical user interface. Features of the ISE include multi-line editing, tab completion, syntax coloring, selective execution, context-sensitive help support as well as and support for right-to-left language. Next, we will gain an understanding about execution policy. PowerShell's execution policy serves as a safeguard that oversees how it loads configuration files and runs scripts. By default, execution policy is set to restricted in Windows, and running scripts will generate an error due to this functionality. This is not implemented as a security measure but to prevent users from accidentally running or executing scripts. In order to bypass this policy, we can run command PowerShell-execution policy bypass to bypass the execution policy for that PowerShell session, or we could run set execution policy-execution policy bypass with administrative privileges to bypass the execution policy for the entire system. Practical. Let us now go through some basic commandlets that will be useful for us for enumeration. You can try these out in your Windows virtual machine or come back to it after setting up the lab from the next module. Net user. This commandlet is used to display a list of users on a local or remote computer. Here we can see that we have 5 local users in our local system. Net account. This commandlet is used to display the account policies on a local computer. This command shows the local password policy of the test system with a minimal password length of 4 characters and an absence of a lockout threshold. Net local group. This commandlet is used to display the local groups on a computer. Net group /domain. By appending /domain for commandlets, it queries the respective object from the domain. Here we can see that this commandlet shows all the groups present in the domain. Get command. This commandlet is used to retrieve information about PowerShell commands. Get command -name invoke star. This commandlet is used to retrieve information about all the commands that starts with the word invoke. Get child item. This commandlet is used to list the files and directories in a specified location. Here, let us view all the objects in the window directory present in the C drive. Get help. This commandlet is used to display helpful information about PowerShell commandlets. Let us look at the help information of the get child items commandlet using previously. Get execution policy. This commandlet is used to display the current PowerShell execution policy. We can see that it is set to bypass, which we have done earlier. Get content. This commandlet is used to read the contents of a file. Let us read the contents of a file called example present in the temp directory. Get service. This commandlet is used to retrieve service information about services running on a computer. Now let us filter the running services with get-service pipe where object bracket $_ status equals to running. This commandlet is used to retrieve information about services that are currently running. Stop process. This commandlet is used to stop a running process. For that, let us open a notepad and then stop it. We can see that the process was terminated. Convert to secure string. This commandlet is used to convert a plain text string to a secure string. Here, we will convert our test domain user password to a secure string. New object. This commandlet is in PowerShell creates an instance of a specified .NET class or a PowerShell object. For example, let us create a credential variable with our test domain and user called pentest and password, which we convert to a secure string in our lab domain, which is insecurecorp.local. This variable can be passed on as a credential field whenever required. Select object. This commandlet is used to select specific properties of an object. Let us select the display name of the service. We will pipe the get service output and select the display name. Format table. This commandlet is used to format the output of a command as a table. Here we will see the format table command to auto size the output to get the service commandlet. Import module. This commandlet is used to import a PowerShell module into the current session. Here we can import module named Windows Search. Once imported, we can use all the commands present in the module, such as get Windows Search settings to display the Windows Search settings. Invoke web request. This command sends HTTP and HTTPS requests to a web page and retrieves the response. We will use this to retrieve the response from google.com. There are some of the basic commandlets that will be useful along this course. Don't worry if it sounds confusing or overwhelming. We will be using each one as we are along the course in several instances so that you will get a good grasp of it by end of the course.